everyone. Today we will be studying a new chapter. There will be a quick revision of the chapter, and the chapter is surface area and volume. So just listen to the video very carefully. And since your board examinations are too close, so I hope that this video will help you a lot. So I'm starting with the chapter surface area and volume. In this chapter, basically we calculate the surface areas, the volume, we can call it capacity also, of different shapes, and most important, the combination of shapes. Okay, so I will start it from the very basic, and the first shape that we study is triangle. Very basic triangle. Okay, you must be knowing it. This video is for grade 8th also, 9th also, 10th also. Anybody can watch it, or this will help them. Suppose a triangle is there, A, B, C. This is the height, H, this is base. Okay, so in triangle, the very first thing we calculate is a perimeter. We all know perimeter. It is simple, AB plus BC plus AC. Next thing is area. Area is half into base into height, if it is given. If it is not given, then area can be calculated by Heron's formula also, that you know very well. S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C, where S is what? It is A plus B plus C by 2. And what is A plus B plus C? The side in front of A is known as A, the side in front of B is known as B, the side in front of C is known as C. Length of sides. Okay, so it is semi-perimeter. There are two kind of questions that can be asked from triangles. Now we'll move toward the second step, that is square. You have to note down all the formulas. A square is a 2D shape. First of all, we are thinking about 2D shapes only. Suppose the side is A. The first thing we calculate is perimeter. Perimeter, it will be 4 into side. 4 into side. After that, you will calculate the area. Area will be A square. Okay. Now the third thing is diagonal. Diagonal. It is under root 2A. 2 is, under root 2 is different, A is different. Okay, under root 2A. Now the third shape is after a square, it is rectangle. These all are 2D shapes. There is no use of that, but still rectangle. So for rectangle, suppose the length is L, breadth is B, and so first of all we will study the perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter, and the perimeter is 2 into L plus B. After that, area you will calculate. Area is length into breadth, and then you will calculate the diagonal. In last, I have a surprise for you all. A new shape I will teach you. Okay, diagonal. And the diagonal will be under root L square plus B square. This is the diagonal. These three shapes are okay with you. So triangle, square, and rectangle. After that, we will switch to circles. Let us find about circles also. These all are 2D figures. These all come under mensuration only. So the fourth shape is a circle. This is a circle. In circle, the first thing we calculate is circumference, which behaves as perimeter in this case, and is 2 pi r, where radius is r. Next thing is area. Area is pi r square. If you talk about semicircle, it is half pi r square, that you know. Okay, and there is a formula of sector also, but we will study that in area of sector and segments. That is a different part, so keep it here only. Now, fifth step is trapezium. Trapezium. Trapezium is a 2D shape in which one side is parallel. These are non-parallel sides. Okay, so, and this is the height. Let us call this side as A, B, C, and D. The first thing is perimeter. It's simple. You can calculate all the sum of all the sides. It's perimeter. Main thing we are focused upon is area. area is half into sum of parallel sides multiplied by height. Okay, so half into sum of parallel sides multiplied by height. This is the area of trapezium. Now sixth shape is a rhombus. Rhombus. And for rhombus, you know what is the area? This is diagonal 1, this is diagonal 2. The area is how much? Half into product of diagonals. Half into product of diagonals. Okay, and what about the perimeter? It is 4 into side. It's very simple. Okay, so these were all the 2D shapes. Now we are moving towards the 3D shape, and for 3D we will start with cube only. From here the topic of grade 10th starts, but these basics you must know. Okay, so now we are switching to our 3D shapes. The first one is cube. Cube, and cube is a 3D shape which looks in this way, whose side is A, length, breadth, height, everything is A. So first of all you find the volume. The volume of cube is A cube, side cube. Then you find the lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means area of 4 walls excluding the roof and floor, and it is 4A square. Then we will find total surface area. It is 6A square, and at the last we will find the diagonal. Diagonal means from this zone to this zone. It is under root 3 and A is separated. Now the second shape is cuboid. Cuboid, uplifted rectangle. Length different, breadth different, height different. Okay, cuboid. So first of all, find the volume L into B into H. After that, find the lateral surface area. It is 2 into L plus B into H. Now find the total surface area. 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. After that, third, you can find the diagonal also. The diagonal, it is under root L square plus B square plus H square. These are all the formulas for cube and cuboids. Note it down. Okay, now after this we will switch towards cylinder, and all the shapes and all the formulas I will teach you in short. After that I will teach you some tips that how conversion and all take place, and the chapter is over. Okay, so now the next shape is a cylinder. Cylinder is, this is the height and this is radius, this is height. Okay, in short. So for cylinder, first of all at the volume is pi r square h. Okay, now we find the curved surface area. Here we introduce a new term, that is curved surface, because in cylinder the surface is curved. Okay, so curved surface area is 2 pi rh. Then TSA, what is TSA? It is 2 pi rh plus area of two flat surfaces, that is 2 times of pi r square. When you take 2 pi r common, it is r plus h. After cylinder, the shape is cone. C-O-N-E, cone. How cone looks like? I will not say you that. Have you ever faced ice cream cone and all? I never say it. You all know. It is R, this is H, this is L. L is slant height. And slant height, it's very simple from the figure, that L is how much? It is under root R square plus H square. Okay, so first of all I will find the volume. The formula volume is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. 1 upon 3 pi r square h. After that you find the CSA, and the CSA will be pi r L. L is what? That thing. After CSA, the next part is TSA, total surface area. It is pi r L plus pi r square. It is pi r L plus r. Pi r L plus r is the TSA. Okay. Now after this thing, cylinder is done. Now we'll move towards hemisphere and sphere. And after that frustum is there, but frustum is removed from the board syllabus for this session, so I will not teach you about frustum. But yes, one extra thing I will teach you that I have promised in the beginning of the video. The next is hemisphere. Hemisphere or a sphere. These both things, okay? So first of all, what is a sphere? It is a 3D shape. Radius is r. First of all, talk about the volume. The volume of a sphere is how much? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r is the volume of a sphere. After that, you will find the CSA or TSA. Why? Because in a sphere, all the surface is curved only. So there is no need of TSA or CSA. Both the same thing. It is how much? It is 4 pi r square. CSA or TSA 4 pi r square. And now we come to hemispheres. Hemispheres. So what is hemisphere? It is just like a bowl. Just like a bowl. This attempt should be right because 2 times I have done the mistake. This is the bowl. So this is R. First of all, find the volume. Volume will be how much? Just half of this, so 2 by 3 pi r cube. And what is CSA? It is 2 pi r square because a flat surface there, so find the TSA also. And TSA will be 2 pi r square plus flat surface. It is 3 pi r square. So this is all about a sphere and hemispheres. Done. After that, no other shapes are left that will be asked in this year board examinations. So as per the promise, I will teach you a new shape. If somebody asks you to find the volume of a tire, a cycle tire or a bike tire, can you find it out? The volume of a tire. Yes. Let me draw a diagram first. The volume of the tire of any vehicle. Yes. Tire is neither a cylinder nor a sphere. It is a new shape. And its volume can be calculated in a different way. It is called torus. First of all, that the name is torus. Okay? It's not in the part of your syllabus. Torus. Okay? So how torus is formed? First of all, this has 2 areas. The first of all, this is the central length. Okay? The central length, we call it R, the radius of the tire. Okay? So, and there is one more radius over there, this radius. There is a small circular section of the tire, and that circle keeps on repeating every time. So this circle, the radius becomes small r. Okay, and what is the basic formula of volume? The basic formula of volume is, actually it is area into height. That for, if you talk about the volume of cylinder, actually it is pi r square into height. If you talk about the volume of cuboid, it is L into B into height. So area into height is the basic formula of volume. So in this case, the volume will be how much? What is the area? Which area is repeating? Actually it is pi r square is repeating, and for how much length? For 2 pi r length. This is r, so this length is 2 pi r. So pi r square into 2 pi r, when you will combine it, you will get 2 pi square r square r. This is the volume of tire of cycle. It is called torus. Volume of torus. This new thing for you. Okay. These are all about the formulas. And frustum of cone is also a topic which has been removed by CBSE for this session. You can remember the formulas. It's not that tough. So now I will teach you some combination of figures, because that is important for boards. Combination of figures is always asked, and look how it is done. Suppose a new concept I am teaching you. It is conversion. First of all, conversion you all must know. And the conversion means how to convert from millimeter to different dimensions. So it is milli, centi, deci. I have always taught this: deci, meter, deca, hecto, kilo, meter. Okay, when you go in the top, multiply by 10. When you go in the bottom, divide by 10. Simple. Okay, so if I ask you that how many centimeters are in 1 meter, so how many jump? 1 jump, 2 jump. So 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeters. It's simple. How many decameter are in 1 kilometer? So it will be how much? 1, 2 jump. So 100 decameters in 1 kilometers. Okay, this is important. Now we are talking about conversion of areas. If I ask you 1 meter square is equals to how many centimeter squares? So most of the students say 100. But 1 meter square means what? It is 1 meter multiplied by 1 meter. So it is 1 meter means 100 centimeter multiplied by 100 centimeter, which finally give you 10,000 centimeter square. This conversion you must know, and reciprocal is most important. If I ask you 1 centimeter square equals to how many meter square, you must say, sir, 10 to the power minus 4, because unit is 1 upon 10,000. Okay, that is important. So this is area. This is the conversions. Few important things I want to tell you, that 1 meter cube of any substance, generally it is 1000 liters. 1 meter cube equals to 1000 liters, and 1000 centimeter cube is equals to 1 liter. These are the two conversions that you must remember. Okay, after remembering these things, we can switch to the combination of figures. These are very important. If you find a question in which the units are different, so first of all convert them properly. Okay. Now, combination of figures. How much combinations are possible? They can give you a combination of a cylinder with a hemispherical end. You can find the answer. They can give you a combination of a cone surmounted on a hemisphere. You can find the answer. They can give you a combination again of a cylinder surmounted by a cone in this way. The radius will be common in both. Height you know very well. So subtract the height for getting the height of cone, and you can find the answers in this way. Okay. What else combination they can give you? These are the enough things. Now, after that, there is a conversion from the melting kind of questions. Melting. If this thing is melt into this, what is same? Volume is same. If this shape is melted to this shape, the volume is same. So just keeping the volume constant, you can easily find all the dimensions of the new shape formed, and there are many questions that are asked on melting kind. Suppose if I ask you a question that a cube is there, or a cylinder is there, or a sphere is there. Suppose a sphere is there. The sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume is the volume of 4 by 3 pi r cube. It is melted into a cuboid. The volume is L into B. They will not give you H. They will give you R. You can find the volume, and then they will give you L, B, and they will not give you H. You can find H from there. First case. Second case, they will give you a cylinder. It means they have given you a volume. After that, it is converted into cone. So for cone, 1 upon 3 pi r square, they will keep this H vacant. You have to find the H. What is same? Volume, volume, same. So there are many questions based on volume and conversions. You can deal with them. Okay. And they always, sometimes the question is asked, how many small quantities can be generated from a large quantity? Like suppose this shape is there, and how many coins can be made? Suppose a coin is there. You all know the coin is a form of cylinder only. It is a cylinder of very small height. A coin is there. Suppose the volume of coin is 10 centimeter cube, and the volume of this shape is 1000 centimeter cube. So how many coins can be made by melting this? It's simple. Larger volume divided by smaller volume. Simple. So 100 coins can be made. These questions can be asked that how to convert from one shape to another. So this was all about surface area and volume. I hope in these 20 minutes you all must had a quick revision of that. Thank you so much, and revise these formulas. In case of any doubt, you can ask the questions.